Keith Engel for TGI Sports Talks. Well, Sunday Stream of Consciousness and all our shows. Just wanted to check in quickly. We're doing a live quick connection test. Let me put my banner up here that I made. Hope you guys are having a great time staying warm in the Northeast and all that, because it's been cold. There we go. Put this up. We're going to do our show live. We hope to get on with the guys on the McGrath Podcast Network Roundtable show on Sunday morning, normally called the Big Football Show. We don't know what it's going to be called tomorrow. I don't have my headset, so let me know how the wind is here. More or less kind of searching for spots to do the show from tomorrow morning. We're having a beautiful day, as you can kind of see here on the sea. A little quick update on the trip. We've had a great time the last 12 days. Weather, not the best. It's been windy and choppy. And we didn't get into Grand Cayman this morning, but that's not a big deal. We found plenty of things to do to have fun. It's been a blast, quite frankly. So we got 2 more days left, the rest of today. We're in the steakhouse tonight for dinner, which is always an experience, man. It is so good. And then tomorrow we got the big football game, so go Patriots. We'll be on in the morning, as I said, we hope to be on with the gang on the McGrath Podcast Network's Sunday Roundtable show from 8 to 9. We'll do the Stream of Consciousness, God willing, from 9 till whenever. If you see this, let me know what you think of the connection and the sound. Again, I'll put my earbuds in tomorrow to kind of cut out any wind. I don't know if I'm going to come up here on deck or try to find someplace inside. It's going to be very difficult. I'll probably get noisy inside. I'm going to search down on deck 5 outside. There are benches that are more enclosed, but still no place to kind of put the iPad. So we'll see how that works. We'll stay here for a few more minutes just to see if anybody comes on and can kind of give me a thumbs up or down on the quality here. I tested it on my phone last week. We're a little further away from the States, and you can't stream everything. I don't even know if my recorded show for mine and Jack's Friday weekend playbook actually played because of streaming issues from where we are in the world. A lot of the streaming services and whatnot that I've tried to connect to the last few days, probably the last week, have said we're too far away from the U.S. and any U.S. territories to be able to use them. So, let's see anybody here. Things are a little slow on the changing here. So I'm not sure if we have problems or we don't, but we'll try. It's easier on the iPad if I can get it to work. Of course, now I can't get to the comments, so if anybody's there and commenting, stick with me. I'll get them on. But we're just doing a quick connection test again, like we did the other day. We had a pretty good stream when we did I used the phone the other day. I see a couple comments, but I can't seem to get to the comment section. Oh, you know why? Because I had my hand on the damn thing. All right. So who's here? Paul Spade is here. Hello, Paul. How are you, buddy? Good to have you with us. Just doing a quick test, as I said. I lost my banner now. Okay, we'll go back to the comments. So a little user error there. I had my hand on the screen and didn't know what I was doing. But we'll stay for a little bit. Paul, if you can give me a quick thumbs up or thumbs down on the quality, audio and video. It's a beautiful day here. As I kind of we're at sea. We didn't get into Grand Cayman this morning because the winds. It's a tender. Safety always comes first, so we did not do any of that. A little windy where I am. I'm not sure if I'm going to come up on deck tomorrow or try to find someplace inside. Inside's going to be problematic because they're packed with people by about 9 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to go down. I'm up on 17 right now, deck 17. I'll go down to 5 because I know there's some spots outside more enclosed that I might be able to do this and that type of thing. So I may keep this running for a little bit and pop back on in just a little bit and test it again. But we'll talk about lots of stuff tomorrow. We can talk about the ball. Obviously, we got the big game, Super Bowl. Paul, go Pats. effing go. We talk about the Hall of Fame inductees. We already talked a little bit about Belichick and Kraft not getting in. What a joke. But it is what it is. We expected this. I expected this. I'm not going to get all worked up about it. The guys that got in, pretty much deserving. We'll talk about all that tomorrow. We'll talk about the awards. The ones I know off the top of my head: Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year, 100, or Defensive MVP, maybe what it is. I'm saying Defensive Player of the Year. MVP, Matthew Stafford. I have no doubt that was the right pick. Quite frankly, Green Bay doesn't win. He'll have lots of other opportunities. What else? Assistant Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel. Plenty of, I would not have argued with anybody who got picked, quite frankly, who were the candidates, because there was more candidates than ever before. Josh McDaniel gets Assistant Coach of the Year, and some others. We'll get into Rookie of the Year. I got to jot them all down. We can talk about all of that tomorrow. We'll go from 9 to 10, 10:30. Who knows? Maybe at 11 o'clock. I've told my wife and my brother and sister-in-law, they're on their own in the morning. I'll be around in the afternoon and available until about 6 o'clock. Then it's game time. But let me know, Paul, let me know about what you're seeing with the feed, if you would. I'd appreciate that so much. What else? It's been a great trip, I got to tell you. It's been tremendous. We'll talk about more of that tomorrow as well. Last 12 days have been tremendous. Our first trip on Princess, and I have to tell you, it's a very, 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 very impressive what they do here. We're going to be on them. We've worked another cruise. We're going in now. We're booked for July of this year. We'll be going to Alaska. In November, we'll be going back into the Caribbean on a 7-day. Next May, we don't have winters booked yet for next year, but we have May. We'll be sailing out of Barcelona to France and Italy, and then we just booked. What did we book? We booked a river cruise. We booked a river cruise for November of 27? 27 or 28. I guess it's 27. Because they're booking up like crazy now. Viking had those pretty much wrapped up. Celebrity now has those cruises as well. So, what do you got here? Great from here, good. I'll probably use my earbuds tomorrow. I forgot to bring them with me when I walked up here. But I'm going to also go down and maybe do this feed, or I may keep this running, or I don't know if I can pause it or not. I don't think I can. But we'll test it also from the decks down below. I could do it on my balcony, I suppose, but I'm bothering other people. I try to get where I'm not going to bother people. So I see some other people here. Feel free to comment. We're just doing a quick connection test, a little update on our trip. We'll be live tomorrow morning, as I said. My plan would be to be on with the gang on the Roundtable Show on McGrath Podcast Network at 8 a.m. Per usual. Didn't make it last Sunday because we had an excursion. And then do the RC Sunday Stream of Consciousness Show live at 9 a.m. And we'll go as long as we can. Talk Super Bowl, Hall of Fame, NFL awards. I'm sure I know there's some baseball news with Framber Valdez signing and a few other things, but we can get to anything you want to talk about tomorrow morning for sure. And of course, the Patriots and the Seahawks will be the main topic of conversation. But I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer. In fact, I may walk down. Maybe I'll keep it live and walk down if we have some questions. I'll give you guys a little short tour of the ship, maybe. We'll take a walk where it's warm. I'll probably walk into somebody, so I'm here in the shade now, but it's really sunny and it's really busy out by the Lido, so we aren't going to spend too much time near there. I'm worried about my hat blowing away. Who else is with us? Hello, my friend Brian. How are you? I plan to be on tomorrow. Do a little test to make sure my iPad will work fine. Doing this, I'll give you guys a little view of the ocean today. You can see it's beautiful out there. We're up on about deck 17, 16 or 17 I'm on. But I do plan on being on tomorrow. We got a good feed right now, Brian. We should be good to go. And I plan on being on with you guys in the morning. Yep, good. Glad it's a good connection. That's what I wanted to test today. And I'm going to walk down to 5 and try it there because it's a bit windy here, and I don't know what that's doing to the audio. But I'll let you guys walk with me. And we'll see what we have. We're going to walk through the Lido here. And it's pretty busy, obviously. But I don't know what movie's playing here. But everybody's very enthralled. As you can see, Lido's a little busy. As you can see, rock. We're out by the pool area here. I'll give you guys a shot of that. Looks like the band's getting ready to play. You guys a little view. You guys a little view what's going on out here at the pool. Pretty busy. A lot of people walking around. Where I was much quieter, obviously, but obviously no sun. So we'll take a walk downstairs now, and we'll see how things are down there. Lots of cool places here to kind of hide out. You can be around people if you want. Hey guys, I sort of got bumped off there by my own hand. You can see here some of my favorite bars and whatnot. We're going to take a walk down the stairs right now, and we'll see how things are down there. Here's the spa. You can see we're inside now. What's this place over here? Hearts and Minds. Oh, that's probably like a worship place. They probably won't want me in there tomorrow, will they? I'm thinking not. What do we got? AC's with us. How are you, AC? Good to have you. Just doing a quick connection test, as I said. You know, the bridge isn't far from our room. We're really far forward. I can actually look in there when I go out on the balcony. Check things out with my binoculars now and again. But if I walk up there now, I may end up in the brig. Nah, the connection, that was me, Brian. So I think that was as I was walking and my hand was on the screen. I think I closed it out. So thank you, though. I'd like to show you the bridge. Let's get back to my connection test here. Bear with me, guys. this back up. See, the problem is I keep hitting the screen with my finger and I can't do anything. So we've had a good week. I mean, again, the weather hasn't been great. Been raining most of the ports we were in, but we could do all our excursions. Just nuisance rain mostly. Had one of the rockier adventures the other night, but interesting nonetheless. I sleep like a baby during those things. But my wife was awake most of the night. But we've had a lot of fun. One more big today and tomorrow to go. What did I do? I took down my banner again. What's up with that? We gotta watch where I'm going here. Let's go back to the comments. Yeah, I know who's still with me. I'm actually walking down the stairs inside now because I want to check out like deck 5. Where are we now? I'm on 8. But it's going to be a matter of what we can figure out in the morning. Casinos here, AC, if you're interested. Probably should bring the camera in there. What Brian got here? Stooping. I've seen, it's an English captain. He's very, very funny. Every day at noon he does a quick update, and he does something completely different segment. And he's got words of wisdom for the day, which are very funny. Let's see, where am I? Deck 5. Let me take a walk out here. I think it was 5. Actually, no. I think I wanted to go to 7. No, let's walk out this way. The more I think about it, I think I wanted to be on 7. Because now I'm in a bunch of cabins. All right, well, we got to go back up. I think it was 7 where I wanted to go outside. So bear with me here. Well, we go back up 2 flights. My shirts fell down. Put my hat back on. Oh. How you guys doing? Is it cold there, Brian? I'm going to say yes. Right? AC was in our neighborhood 2 weekends ago. When was that? AC, I think it was 2 weekends ago. Take a walk out here. Whoa. I don't know what we'll get out here, but might get a little better shot of sea here. It's a little rough. Not bad though. We've had some rough weather, as I posted at different times. But it is what it is. We may still end up on the we'll sit down here for a minute. It's not bad here, but you can't really see anything except the wall behind me. So I'm not really sure what we'll do in the morning. On 7, there could be a couple places for us to go early inside. I may have to move, during the show. I'm thinking there's a lounge called I forget the name of it now, but up until noon the other day, and it was a sea day. I don't think there was many people in there. In fact, we'll take a walk down that way right now. Anyhow, we'll go back this way. And I'm going to hold on my hat because when I go through the door, I'm going to get a little windy. got a little windy. But we'll go through the casino here for UAC. Can't show too much because I'll probably get in a lot of trouble. Videotaping in the casino, we'll get thrown in a brig, which we really don't need. But we got to walk through here to get to where I want to go. Excuse me. I think we'll walk the length of the promenade here. Right now, there's lots of places to do stuff. In the morning, if it's nice, you know, people could head outside for a long time. But it gets busy in these areas. I could sit out here and just not give a crap whether I bother people or not. I could grab a seat in the corner. And I think before 11, I think we should be good in one of these lounges. I might do that. This one gets a little busy. Could see another one of my bars here. Here's the one I wanted to check out up here. Getting my steps in with you guys today. How's everybody doing? Good? Good. Cold, right? We're coming home to some cold weather. Oof. Man. Let's see what happens when I come in here. We're going to look in the back of this. We're going to look in the back of this lounge. And see what's going on. There's a spot over there. A spot right in the corner. Huh. God, this might work out perfect, guys. I'm thinking about coming down here in the morning. Yeah, oops, where'd you go? Did we lose the signal there a little bit or no? You guys tell me. I want to see how this works out. What do you guys think? How's this spot? Here's my comments. Oh, I know. Can't wait to get home. It's going to be what? I think when we go home Monday, it's like, it was 15 below zero this morning at home when I woke up here. But our connection's pretty good here, I think, too, don't you think? You guys want to give me a little heads up? Brian, I got all kinds of new things on StreamYard. But I'm thinking about coming right here. I think I can get in here first thing in the morning. I'll check with the bartender when I leave. But it's even quiet in here right now where a lot of people up on deck. So in the morning, they all hit the Lido for breakfast or the dining room for breakfast. I don't think there's anything going on here. Some people probably will grab some stuff for coffee and come in here, which will be my plan. But we'll see how it works out. Connection's perfect right now. Perfect. This might be where I go. Nice little backdrop. This is the, I don't know what, I didn't even look at it when I walked in. I always forget. I think it's the shipyard lounge. They have music in here at night. Cool place. We've seen some good shows. We saw a comedian Illusionist last night. It was funny. Listen, I'm not a night guy anymore. I haven't even hardly hit the casino. There's no poker per se. They're playing some version of for UAC if you're still there. They're doing some version of Hold'em, but for the life of me, as I stood there for 20 minutes, I could not figure out the game, and I didn't sit down. There's some blackjack, but they don't give you good odds. 3-2 on blackjack. And they play a bunch of crazy nonsense too. The tables are not that busy. This is really not a busy casino. I did play the poker machine a little bit. They have a they got a kind of an old school. I'm sure AC, you've seen them. The slot machines where you play poker, jacks are better. I won a quick $100, and I've still got that in my bank. So I'll probably blow that sometime tonight or tomorrow. But pretty much, I'm early to bed here on the cruise. We're up early. The days have been full, and it's pretty early to bed for me. We'll go to bed and download some of the streaming shows that we watch, and we'll watch an episode of something and head to bed. Got a great series for you to watch if you like that type of stuff and binging stuff. We've watched the three now since we've been on the cruise, but in general, there's a show called Absentia. Really good. It's on Netflix. Check it out. 3 seasons of it. It's really riveting. We had a great time watching it. I think it's one of the top streaming shows on Netflix right now. But we had a few episodes of the last season left, and we watched that a couple nights when we went to bed. But 2 more days. This is the last day. And probably once we're done here, it's going to be, I don't know if it's 3 o'clock. Is it 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock here? I don't have my phone with me. It's on a charger. I'm going to say it's almost 2 o'clock here. I'll find my wife. Go up and sit on the balcony for a little bit. The sun's really nice and beautiful out there. That's where I left her. Get showered up. 6 o'clock. We're in the steakhouse tonight. It's our last. We won't be in the dining room again because we're in the steakhouse tonight, which is really sharp, fancy. The food everywhere here is terrific, and even in the main dining room. But the steakhouses in these places, you pay more. I think it's $50. I think we paid $50 a couple, or $50 a person. But it's so good. I mean, real. The jumbo shrimp are the size of my hand. The steaks are just nice thick cut of New York strip, Kansas City strip, whatever you want, aged beautifully. So we'll do that tonight. Tomorrow night we will not be in the dining room. We will not be in any of the dining rooms because we have football at 6:30. So we'll be we'll be doing some stuff there, and we'll do our normal thing during the day. Get a little early bite, probably on a Lido, or maybe even probably in the Lido. Probably end up in the room for the second half of the game. It's not a lot of. It's interesting. Not a lot of places to watch the game tomorrow. They have it in the Fusion Lounge down the hall here a little bit, which I'm going to check out in a minute. But the screens aren't that big. A lot of columns. TV's way up in the air, cranking my head up. There's a very good chance I end up in a room watching the game, quite frankly. We'll see how that goes. What's this here? Oh, same thing. Did I miss anything? I guess not. So this is a good spot, I think. I think this is where we'll probably end up doing the show. And assuming I can get this little corner or the other corner, because it's a way to get away a little bit and not bother people quite as much as I might somewhere else. I think this room will be fairly quiet tomorrow morning. But that's what we'll try to do. We'll be, as I said, Brian, I'll be on. I got to figure out how to get it to myself, though, because on my iPad, I don't have a link to the show. Brian, if you're still there, let's see, where can you do it? Send it to me. Can you put it in the comments of this show? And then I can paste it in here from there. I think I can. I don't know if I can copy and paste here or not. I don't have my email set up on the iPad, and I don't have Facebook set up necessarily, so let me try. We'll get in there somehow, though. Just got to figure it out. It's great to be right to you, too, Brian. Bo had told me when I did the Sunday show for a while, Sunday afternoon, that he was going to try to come on Sunday morning. early for him, obviously 5 a.m. And I also saw he told me he was not doing anything from a professional standpoint when I talked to him on Sunday. But then I saw him post something that he was going to be on Radio Row. Is that right? Because that's pretty cool. So, but that's not. I don't think that'd be Sunday. That probably would have been yesterday, right? Or during the week. So maybe he'll pop in and we can have a little Super Bowl discussion. I'm excited. I'm starting to get pumped. It's been weird being on the cruise for the last 2 weeks, knowing we were going already, and it being the last day we're on the ship. Usually, in the past when I've been here for Super Bowls, it's usually the second or third day that we're here. This will be my third Patriot Super Bowl on a cruise ship. The first was Atlanta Patriots. We know what happened there, 28-3. And then we were on for the Rams and Patriots. But I've also been on probably, 8 of the last 10 years we've been on a cruise ship for the Super Bowl. So, and now there's a handful of Patriot fans here. Ran into a Seahawk guy the first day in the elevator. So, it's some fun. He's got a new gig since I saw him Saturday, so interesting. Good for him. Getting found. I don't want to be found. Jesus. I want more work. I want to just keep having fun. If we make some money, that's great. Brian, you know what? I finally fixed my Facebook account because I couldn't update my bank account, right? I put in there when I first started 5 years ago, my PayPal account hooked to it because I did a little bit of advertising here and there to kind of promote the show. But I finally got it fixed, and they deposited in my account from the last 3 months. Back to December 1st. That's almost 3 months, right? Well, it was for 2 months. It was for December and January. I got a deposit in my PayPal for $21.01 from Facebook. And I was able to break it down. So, look at the money we're making here. They didn't send me anything to send to the IRS, though, so don't tell anybody. If you could do me a favor, though, Brian, just in case I have any issue, could you put in the link here in this chat? If you've got it handy. If you don't worry about it. I'm sure I can. What I think I'll do is, I think I've got Facebook connected to my iPad. I can get in there and I'll send it to myself through Messenger, and I'll get it, I'm sure. So anyway, what else? Good connection. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any questions about the trip so far? We've had a blast, man. I got to tell you, this is the first time in a while we've been to so many ports that we haven't been to before. Aruba we've been to, a gazillion times. But then after that, we were in Cartagena, Colombia, which was great. We were in Panama. We had a great trip down the Panama Canal. It was really cool seeing all of that. Even though it rained a lot of the day, we were kind of in the rain a little bit, not out of the rain, but it was hot, and who cares? Once you get wet, who cares? So we had a great trip there. We were in Costa Rica 2 days ago. Where else were we? I feel like we're someplace I'm skipping too. I'm missing someplace. I know I am. Cartagena was really interesting, going to the old town there. As I said, Panama was fun. We had an excursion somewhere else. Where the heck was it? Boy, it was like an all-day thing. I'm trying to remember where we were. Isn't that terrible? Mine's a terrible thing to waste. But today we're supposed to be in Grand Cayman, which I've been to a bunch of times. It's nothing special. We would have gone in and walked for a couple hours and come back. But the winds were bad. It's a tender in there. They don't tie the ship up at the pier. And the weather conditions, although it didn't look bad, were really not conducive safety-wise to tendering people from the ship into the pier. So that protocol was canceled. They did take somebody off, unfortunately, for a medical emergency, though, this morning into Georgetown, Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman. The seas have been pretty rough since last week. First few days were good. Once we got down here into the Southern Atlantic, Western Caribbean, whatever you want to call it, it got a little bit rougher. We had a night 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I have cruised a lot in the Pacific, in the Mediterranean, in the Northern Atlantic, in the Caribbean. I have never had a night like we had 2 nights ago. Wasn't scared necessarily, but this baby was rocking and rolling. And I know there had to be a lot of seasoned people here. You don't see a lot. This cruise line, you don't see a lot of newbies. But I got to tell you, my wife got rattled, and she's been cruising more than I have in our lifetime. We both cruised a lot. It woke me up a few times, and there was a couple times that if you weren't like just getting on a cruise ship, you might have thought you were going over. But it was fun. It's just part of the adventure. So today it's beautiful but windy. As I said, I'm going to go back up to our cabin and hit the balcony and have a beer or two and relax. Probably finish this book that I'm reading. Get ready for tomorrow's shows and go from there. So I don't know what I said. That was awesome. That's great. Well, thank you, Brian, for that. I'll see if I can copy and paste that. It's a little hard to copy and paste, but at least I can. If I have any trouble, I can at least type that in. I can figure it out. So that should help. Thank you so much. If I have any trouble, so we've had a blast, man. I got to tell you, it's not for everybody. This trip, as I said, with the weather not, 100% optimal. I don't care. At my age, we sit inside. We played games during the day, and if it was bad, and still got out and would walk the ship and get some exercise. I think I've managed to control my weight. As I've said, I've been on a weight loss kick, and I've lost like 30. Before I left, I lost about 34 pounds since I retired. My trip in November, I managed to not gain 1 pound while I was here. This trip, I haven't been quite as good, but I don't think it's been that bad. I might be up a pound or two. It's going to be interesting. There's a scale on the ship. Go to the fitness center. There's no scales because people like to bring their luggage and weigh it. So they took them right out. But anyway, what was I saying? The weather. It's not perfect, but for us, it's fine. If you're going to be inside and have to read a book, we're still relaxed. We're still away from home. We're seeing things. All the excursions we made. If you're a youngster and you get 2 weeks vacation or something a year, and this was your vacation, you may be disappointed because the weather was that bad. But it's not like it's our only cruise of the year. I don't want to say that in a way that we're not big shots, believe me. But we spend our money where we want to spend it, and we have a lot of fun doing this. As I said, we've now got cruises booked, as I said, in July for Alaska, in November for it'll be the Eastern Caribbean, and another my best buddy and his wife will be coming with us on that, and as well as my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Next May we're going to be in Paris in Italy, sailing out of Barcelona. So we'll probably go to Barcelona for a few days. And then we've got a river cruise booked from, I don't know which one they settled on. I think it was from southern Germany through Austria and ending in Switzerland, which ought to be a blast. I think that was November of 27, I think. It's also possible it was into 28. But my sister-in-law is a travel agent. We booked 2 cruises since we've been on this cruise. So, too funny. Anyway, lots of fun to be had. I've spent a lot more time here than I thought I would. I've been having a blast chatting with you guys and making sure the Alaska will be awesome. In fact, I bought a jacket on sale here that they use for the Alaska trips. It's reversible and it's water resistant on one side and like a fleece on the other side. So it'll be really good for the Alaska cruise. So it'll be a lot of fun in July, and that's the time of year where it's light, virtually 24 hours a day up there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the sleep pattern's affected. But I think we'll wrap it up there. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock on the McGrath Podcast Network Roundtable. I forget what we're calling the show now. The football. It's still kind of the big football show tomorrow, isn't it, Brian? Since we got the biggest football game of the year, which we'll be talking a lot about on that hour and on my time from 9 to 10 or 11, whatever we decide to do. It'll depend on who's here and what the activity is, how long I go tomorrow. We will be back to 9 to 11 next week, obviously. But we've got obviously the game to talk about. We got the Hall of Fame to talk about. We got the MVP. I'm sorry, all the NFL awards to talk about. So I'm sure there's baseball news. I know Framber Valdez signed with the Tigers, which I'm sure that Brian's very happy about. It should be. I think he's a really good pitcher, by the way, if he holds up health-wise. I like him a lot. Somebody I hoped the Yankees might show more interest in. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So lots going on. All right here on TGI Sports Talk and the McGrath Podcast Network. We're having some fun. I know we're growing. Brian, I'll get with you when I get home. I want to give you a call during the week to see exactly what you want to do with the replays of shows, because I know we don't need them playing on top of each other. So we'll talk about each show and when you want me to replay it. I know you said I could do it whenever I want, but I just want to have some semblance of order just so that we don't end up having chaos at some point. I'm looking forward to replaying those two. What are we going to be at now? A Sunday morning sports podcast. Nice. I call it the Roundtable. Those are Roundtable shows to me. I love that show. I love being on the Roundtable shows. As you know, most of my shows, other than Jack and my show Monday and Friday, that's 2 hours a week. I mean, the other shows I do, you guys, my audience is my co-host, but it's fun to do it with some other guys for the two hours plus that we do weekly with the McGrath Podcast Network guys. It's always fun to get with them, and I miss it when I can't do it. I thought with the time changes I might have a shot Wednesday night, Brian, but it didn't work out. We've gone back and forth in the time zones. One day I was in 3 different time zones at the same time. My phone said one thing. My weather app, she was still showing the time back home, and the time on the ship was something different. So it's been a little weird. But anyway, I've had a good time chatting, and I'm glad the connection's good. And tomorrow morning, hopefully, it's the same situation. They claim to have the best internet access anywhere here. So we'll see how that works out in the morning, and we'll see you then. Keith Engel for TGI Sports Talk. We'll see you tomorrow morning, guys. Bye-bye.